Looking up into the night sky, you may notice a particularly bright star. Where did it come from? What is its significance? What is this star?
Introducing Sirius,
the brightest star in the night sky, recognized by cultures for thousands of years, a young 300 million years old. What is the story behind this flaming ball of gas? Let's take a closer look.
Where is Sirius located? You would find Sirius in the constellation Canis Major, or Greater Dog, which can be found below and to the left of the well-known constellation Orion. It is easy to find because it's the brightest star in the night sky. Why is it so bright? It is 8.6 light years away from us, making it one of the closest stars to Earth. Compared to our Sun, Sirius is 2 times larger, 8,000 degrees hotter, and 25 times brighter than the Sun. In fact, Sirius is so bright that the next brightest star, Canopus, is less than half of its brightness. Its gravity is 350,000 times that of Earth, meaning that 3 grams of matter would weigh 2,200 pounds on this star. That's pretty heavy. Like most other stars in our galaxy, Sirius is a Type A main sequence star, which means that, like the Sun, it produces energy by fusing hydrogen atoms inside its core. Through nuclear fusion, hydrogen is then converted into helium. If you were to examine Sirius through a telescope, you'd also notice its companion star, a dwarf star about the size of Earth, called Sirius B. However, you cannot see it with the naked eye.
Sirius is the brightest star in the night sky, so it's no wonder that it has played a role in nearly every civilization throughout history. Though it went by many different names, Sirius was recognized in the astronomy records of ancient Greeks, Polynesians, Egyptians, and Hindus. In ancient Egypt, Sirius was called the Nile star, and their calendar was based around its appearances. It appeared in the sky just before the Nile flooded, hence its name, and is therefore associated with both life and fertilization, as well as death. The Nile star was known as the door to the afterlife, and the dead could not be buried during the 70 days that Sirius was hidden behind the sun. In Indian mythology, Sirius was supposed to be the prince's dog, Svana. According to myth, the prince, Svana, and his brothers went on a journey to heaven. The brothers ended up abandoning this quest for earthly pleasure, but Svana stuck by the prince's side. When they finally reached heaven's gates, the prince was let in, but Svana was denied entrance. The prince described how loyal Svana had been in his quest, and how he'd rather abandon heaven than his dog, so Svana was allowed entrance. We now see Svana in his perch in the high heavens as the star Sirius. There is no official discovery date for the star Sirius because cultures for thousands of years have recognized it. Its companion, however, was not discovered until 1862 by Alvin Graham Clark. Sirius is the dog star and watchman of the heavens, and the dog days of summer occur when it rises in conjunction with the sun. Sirius was born between 200 to 300 million years ago, and scientists predict it will live for another 700 billion years before it exhausts all of its hydrogen atoms. It began as a nebula, then became hot enough for nuclear fusion to create a low-mass protostar. Next, it became a low-mass main sequence star. Later in its life cycle, it will burn out all its hydrogen fuel and become a red giant. The expanding parts of the star will drift off, creating a cloud called a planetary nebula. At this time, the core will remain cool, and Sirius will become a white dwarf, much like its companion star, Sirius B. When the star finally dies, it will become a black dwarf. Based on ancient accounts in the past, Sirius appeared to be much redder than what it is today. Scientists have no explanation for this occurrence. Some say that this provides evidence for a third companion in the Sirius system, while some people believe that observers might have been describing what Sirius appeared to be when it was close to the horizon.
So, the next time you look into the night sky and wonder what that bright star is, remind yourself. That star is Sirius, influencer of many past cultures, millions of years old, and still young.